Most people are using Claude as a goldfish when they can be using it as a blue whale. Here's what I mean. Every single time you start using Claude, you go on claude.ai and you start up a new chat. Now, this is how AI works. AI has data sets and it has instructions on using those data sets. So when you start using Claude, it's essentially has vast amounts of data and it might do some online research. But in reality, a daily Claude user, especially if you're using Claude for business, talks about maybe 5 or 6 different topics. Even if you talk about a different 100 different topics, the best way to use Claude is to use Claude Projects. So I've broken down, so this is one of my Claude accounts. I have 5 different Claude accounts. All of them are Claude Pro Max accounts. So if you have a free Claude account, you can set up a maximum of 5 different projects, and the context and the amount of data you can load inside the project is quite limited as well. But you don't need a paid Claude account. You can get started with a free account. And how you set up a project is you describe what the project is for. So for example, if I want to set up a QA web app tester, tests web applications. Okay, so that's what the project does. Now you want to add the files and you want to add instructions. So the files are essentially data that it's going to refer to when it gives you an answer. So, and the instructions is how it uses the data, right? You don't have to think too much about it. Just set up a basic instruction file, just set up a basic knowledge base, and just roll. Just start using it. And as you start using it, you will learn and you will optimize and improve. So let me give you a real life example of how I set this project up. I actually created this last night, but I just set this up a couple hours ago. So it's a sales and marketing content creator, and essentially I want to use this to help me write content because I hate writing content. So I want to write video sales letter scripts. I want to write Facebook ad creatives, LinkedIn messages, cold email messages, and I want it to use the best practices. Now, of course, we have a lot of internal SOPs, but this is how I started this off, right? So I think this was my first chat with Claude, and I essentially used Claude to set up the Claude project. So I asked it, make a list. So I actually asked Claude Cowork, make a list of every single content distribution or content spaces or content delivery methods that you can come up with. So cold email, cold LinkedIn, VSL, YouTube video, Instagram bio, and so on. And once that was done, I asked it to make, the first thing I asked was to make VSL best practices. So essentially you create these empty documents, and then here's all the different groups of ads, website, landing pages, sales and marketing materials, and so on. So I set up a task list because I said it's not possible to make 80,000 words in one go. So we set up a priority sequence and we basically start executing. So YouTube video scripts, knowledge base. So these are all the citations, okay? And these are the best practices. Now what I'll do is I'll download this, okay? Done. And I'll go to the project and I uploaded this, right? So it's a detailed document on the best practices for setting up YouTube videos. So the next time I ask it to create a video content idea or a VSL or any type of content, it has access to a pre-researched, well-documented, with really good citations files that I can refer to. So it's much better and more accurate. Now, one file you always want to add is context on what you do. So I always add one file with all the different brands and the companies I run, what I hope to accomplish, what the goals are, what the customers are, just a bird's eye view information on the businesses. And also add the instructions. So instructions really tell Claude on how to use the data and how to speak with you. So if you want it to be more direct, you want it to be include citations, you want it to take more time on the research before creating any content, add those custom instructions, and I'll drop a link in the comments with the custom instructions I recommend on using, and just a general file template that you can use to give it context on what you are working on internally. Thank you.